here we are, it's Vision Quest time again, and to give us an inspiring talk is our good friend and participant in her second Vision Quest is Rachel.
So, hi everyone, I'm Rachel, I'm 32, and I've always felt like, I've always wanted to be healthy, so you can always try to eat healthy. I was introduced to Conscious Planet through Mona, a good friend of ours, and I said, Mona's like, if you want to do a cleanse, you should go to Conscious Planet. I'm like, I got my other company. She's like, no, this is different. So I'm like, okay. So I came to a meeting, and I was really amazed at the way you broke down the foods, especially into alkaline and acidic. I'd never really heard foods kind of presented in that way. It's always like carbs and no carbs. I started that in January of this year. That's like 9 months ago, right? Yeah. And I was on the products for a while, and it was going pretty well, and still eating like a lot of dairy and meat and everything, but having vegetarian meals or shakes when I could. Yeah. And then I went away, I went on a trip that was in February, so I'd been on the parks for about 6 weeks, went away, and tried to eat healthy when I was gone. I went to Rio, Brazil, so not an easy place to get vegetables. And eventually, over a couple of weeks, I was just eating like a ton of meat and bread, and not sleeping properly. I came back and I was craving all my favorite foods, so I was getting like Chinese food, Thai food, Korean food, like Japanese food, and I was just eating it all and just missing it, and I was eating like 3 different kinds of meat a day and just kind of like indulging. And then I'd been back for a week and I felt really ill. You told me you're ready for the cleanse, and I don't think I'd ever really heard about the cleanse before. All I wanted to do was just to cleanse this candida out, not expecting anything. And it wasn't too bad. It was like the 2 days, I was just really tired. I was sleeping a lot. And I woke up the next day feeling really good. And the very first thought that came into my mind, really random, was like, I don't want to eat meat. And I was like, what a weird thought. Because I've never really considered being vegetarian. Never really crossed my mind. I'm like Asian, so we eat meat, ton of meat and seafood. Been a huge meat and seafood eater my whole life. And so I didn't really call myself a vegetarian. I was like, okay, I'll just go with this. So I went couple weeks and just really strong feeling of just not wanting to go near meat or eat it. So I just kind of went on and just kept going on, but I still had a lot of like dairy because I love dairy. So having dairy, and I guess after I'd say about a month or so, my body just didn't like it, and it was so weird. Like
I really noticed the difference.
I started really to feel, and I was just so in tune with my body and the things I was eating and how I would feel. Had like this really heavy croissant, and I ate it, and I usually just love croissants, right? I eat them so much. And I felt this one day I was eating it, and I just felt sick, like this kind of like a poisoned feeling. And I was like, I'm never eating dairy again. Like I just felt so ill, and I haven't had any dairy since. So I'm just like vegan now, which is so crazy to say because I am. And the whole journey, I'd have to say, just was really natural. It just, there was no like, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. It was like, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat that. Like, I want...
Your body started to tell me.
Yeah. Sometimes if I don't have like my big, like, green smoothie with all my stuff in it, like, I don't feel nourished. Like, just having like something with rice and beans or something, I just don't feel fulfilled. I just have that empty feeling in my stomach. I remember you saying before how you go all day and you just don't even miss a beat. And I'm like that too. Like, I'm just doing things all day. Like 12, 14-hour days, and I'm like, all right, like, I'm annoying for a little bit, but I can just do so much, and I feel so good, and people tell me I look really good, and, like, I feel really comfortable in my body. Like, when I was in my 20s, I worked out, like, 6 days a week, never really felt comfortable in my body just because I had all this, like, junk in my gut, and now it's all cleansed, and I feel,
Most people go through that.
Yeah, so it's been...
What's your goal with this Vision Quest?
I'm really looking forward to doing my next
so you go to the next level?
I can't wait, probably, I guess.
What's your favorite product?
Oh my god, all of them. I like, the hemp. I feel really like lost without the hemp.
I saw your order, yeah. Shakes there for 6 months.
Yeah, I love it. I feel so good when I have it. So thank you so much for everything, like your guidance through everything. And yeah, it's just totally changed my life.
Thank you, Rachel.